Hey, welcome back to Rants and Reviews Tidbits. Today we're going to be talking about Munchkin by Steve Jackson Games.
Now, we're not actually playing Munchkin. We'll probably do a full review of that later, but right here we're talking about their new version of Munchkin. This is a new case, some small changes inside the box, and we're going to go over them with you so you can see what's happening. Think of it kind of like a really low-key unboxing.
Yeah.
So what you might notice about the box first is look how pretty it is. Do you see that shine to the box? They've really gone all out with that kind of look, and to be honest, I really enjoy it. It really kind of makes you think about the gold that's right there on the cover. It might have actually been kind of cooler though if maybe the gold was that color and the back was like more of a matte color, but still, it's pretty cool.
Well, I think they're going after the Pokemon / Magic the Gathering crowd. The box is foiled.
I don't think they're cool.
It's a foil. You must own it.
One of the new things is that their brand new guide at the very front and the bottom to make it easier. I believe this price so they can sell it easier at places like Target and things like that, where people will look at it on the shelf and immediately see the beautiful art and what it's for. And that's good. It's good for them. Another thing you'll notice is that unlike the old boxes where the top comes off and there's a bottom of it, we now have a flip open case. Now, there's multiple benefits for this. I mean, you don't have to worry about losing the box. You don't have to worry about the box being stuck in the top of the box, which happens more than you'd think with regular gamers. And if you've been buying Munchkin games recently, you'll notice that they've been doing this new change. It's a separator for the cards. It's a little bit nice, a little bit easier. It makes it a little bit annoying if you have any of the expansions, but for the most part, it's a pretty good benefit for the game. It separates things out, and it's nice. It's also a good place for them to put images and words in the game. Also allows you to try to keep, as you see here, it didn't really work out, but try to keep your treasure cards and your door cards separate. One of the major problems I've noticed about this is that if you put the cards there and you open in a certain way, they're going to fall out. So there's kind of a loss there in that regard. Another major change you'll see in the game is the fact that the dice are smaller.
As opposed to this dice.
This is a regular radioactive D6 from the Munchkin Apocalypse set. And if you notice, the size is different. Maybe not that much for your opinion or from the camera's opinion, but the dice are smaller. This is a conscious choice made by the Steve Jackson people. Me personally, I don't really like smaller dice, but it's a change and it still exists. Now, the rule book has not changed at all. It's basically the same. I'm sure they probably made some rata differences if there's any issues that came up. So I'm not really going to go into detail about that. One of the other cool things they've put in the game is the booklet. Now, you might say, oh, cool, they put a catalog in their game. That's interesting, Eric. Brilliant. You nailed it. Great idea. That right there, actually.
That's a good spot.
That's a good spot.
That's a great spot for it.
His head's so tiny. The real benefit from it is like most Munchkin things, like the cards, like the bookmarks, they have in-game effects. This one allows you to go up a level. And how do you go up a level? Well, by helping Steve Jackson sell their things. That's right. In the game, you would pull out the booklet and you would say, hey, you know what my favorite page of this is? Well, it's right here because I love Chupacabra dice. And as you know, I do. You would show that to people and you'd say, oh, that's cool. And then you go, okay. And then you go, check. You now get to go up a level. However, it's to note that you can only do this once per game and only once per page. So you can't do the same page over and over again. You're going to have to talk about other things in the catalog to other people. So that's 3 game uses you have out of it. You can go 3 levels because there's only 3 times you can use it before it's done. So if you want more of these, though, you can just go and buy more copies of Munchkin, right? And they're going to be in the box. So now we're going to take a second to talk about what our thoughts of it are.
Yes.
So Frank, what do you? By the way, the cards, no real change. I mean, I know they feel a little bit thinner, but they're the same cards. Nothing really different about them. Frank, you don't mind if I take this off first, do you?
No, go ahead.
I don't want there to be any confusion. I don't like the smaller dice, but I get why there is a smaller dice. This is a smart move by Steve Jackson Games. They know that there's inflation. They know that there are costs that are increasing to produce a game for people to enjoy. And so to offset that cost, to be able to still keep the 24 $9.99 price market that they have for their game, they have to cut costs. One of these costs were the dice. So you pay the same amount to get the same game with just a smaller dice. And while I don't exactly like the smaller dice, I appreciate and acknowledge the hard work on their part to try to keep the price the same, and that's pretty cool. The minor changes are not that big a deal, but I do think it is a pretty game. It's a pretty game. What do you think, Frank?
Well, I think it looks great. I like the new box. I like the fact that you can't lose the lid, which I have done on several games because I don't know why I take board games out of box and I throw the lid. I don't know why.
Or cats sit in it and they destroy it.
That's also, yeah. Although the cat can still fit in this one, but
if it fits, it sits.
That's true. But I like the new box. I like the catalog idea a lot.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
My day job outside of here is actually in marketing, and I really like seeing new innovative ways to market things. And making players tell other players about other games of yours, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah. Personally, the smaller dice don't bother me too much. I just don't like when they get down to like that minuscule dice that's like the size of like the head of a pin, which I've actually seen before on some games, where you have to take a magnifying glass to see what you rolled. And I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's not that small.
This is still a very usable die.
Yeah, you can see that that's a 3.
Yeah, that's a very usable die.
And they kept the Munchkin head on the one, so that's nice.
Yeah. So overall, I like the changes. I think Steve Jackson Games is a company that does like to evolve a lot, and I think they did a great job with this.
Yeah, I agree. So good job out there, Steve Jackson, and also I want to take this moment to thank you for participating in the weekly board game hour. I know you guys are a busy company, but it's always nice to see you involved in the community. So. Congratulations on the new design of the Munchkin box.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And keep watching Rants and Reviews. We'll see you all next Tuesday.